What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today we're using a frog team. We got Politoed, we got Venusaur, we got Toxicroak even. And Archaludon is on this team. We'll talk about him later. This team was made by a friend of mine, SCRAAH. Thank you very much for putting this together. It's got frogs, basically. Politoed with the Mystic Water is a bit of an offensive set. Here's the stats on it. Quite a bit of special attack, a decent amount of speed as well. It can take advantage of the Tailwind or the Icy Winds pretty reasonably. Venusaur, Mega Venusaur, is an incredible mon. If you don't have something specifically that can take this out, which after it Mega Evolves, it's only really weak to what? Psychic and Flying? It's hard to put those moves on your team in a lot of cases, so it can sometimes just wall out the game, heal with Giga Drain, and be unstoppable. Speaking of being unstoppable, we also have Archaludon and Sableye. I'm going to use a slightly different set on the Sableye. I'm going to use Will-O-Wisp and Foul Play rather than Reflect and Quash. So it'll be a little bit different than here. I say just pick and choose what moves you like on Sableye. Sableye is just a great Pokemon with a lot of cool support tools. The other frog, the much cooler frog here, is Toxicroak. It's basically Sneasler Light. It's got a little bit more physical defense, but a lot less attack, a lot less speed, and surprisingly less special defense than a Sneasler. But it has Dry Skin. Dry Skin will heal you a little bit at the end of every turn in rain and give you an immunity to water in exchange for taking more damage from fire moves. And if you get hit by a water move, well, then you actually heal a bit. Would have been cool to have like Surf on Politoed maybe. The other Mega here is Dragonite. It's just here to set Tailwind and spam Hurricanes in the rain. Anyways, super excited to try these frogs. Let's jump into some matches. Alright, we've got a snow matchup. Mega Frostlass, presumably. They've got a Dragonite Talonflame for good speed control. We might have to want to match that with our Dragonite, or just accept that we're slower. Basculegion, Sneasler, and Sylveon. Well, if they've got Sylveon, we've got Poison, we've got Steel, we've got Poison. We've got ways to answer that. I don't think they might go that way. We're going to have to play Weather War most likely. Sableye, though, is really good at the Weather War. And with Will-O-Wisp and Foul Play, I don't hate that, actually. Because I'm not using the set that's actually on the replica team. So we could do a Sableye thing. Maybe with all the frogs? I don't hate the frogs, if I'm being honest. Can Venusaur really work here, though, is the question. It depends on what kind of Dragonite that is. Talonflame is definitely an issue. Why don't I just lead Politoed? Make sure the Talonflame is out of the way, and then do Venusaur and Toxicroak in the back? I don't hate that. If we gotta fight a Sneasler or a Basculegion, we can burn them. If we gotta fight the Weather War, we have Rain Dance. So our Politoed can just pop off. Alright, what you got? Dragonite Talonflame. Well, I'm not really sure if you're a special or physical Dragonite, which is one unfortunate thing here. But I can put up Light Screen in case you're special. Which, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this is like a dual Mega team. But who's to say? I'm just going to Light Screen and then let Politoed go off. I will click Muddy Water. I risk missing Talonflame, but I would like to break Multiscale on Dragonite. Yeah. I think it's worth it. It is Mega Dragonite, so it does have Multiscale and is likely a special attacker. That's good. So I set the right screen. They just go for Acrobatics into Sableye with their priority just to get some damage down. That is fine. If they're doubling into Sableye, I now have the light screen up. I think I take a Hurricane. A Dragon Pulse I definitely don't go down to. Woo! Okay, I wouldn't have taken the Hurricane. And Muddy Water double connects. That's excellent. Alright, we can do one more thing with Sableye. We actually crit the Dragonite. I'd rather have an accuracy drop. Oh, hey! But if they have Hurricane, which clicking Dragon Pulse there makes me think they don't have Hurricane, then now they can miss moves. Basculegion's going to click Aqua Jet for sure here. I could pretty safely go into my Toxicroak. Yeah, I'll get a fake out turn on the board. That's not bad. And then probably just start clicking Icy Wind is the most damage I can do with Politoed here. Get some good damage down on the Dragonite. Slow down this Basculegion. Yup. Cool Aqua Jet, bro. And Thunderbolt from the Dragonite does connect. That's unfortunate, but not that much damage, actually, with Light Screen up. Here, have an Icy Wind. Excellent damage there. I don't hate that at all. Alright, I don't think Basculegion can knock me out here with Last Respects. I think I just want to go straight for Gunk Shot into Dragonite. I'll use Venusaur eventually to knock out the Basculegion, but Giga Drain's not very strong, so I think I need some chip damage. I'll Gunk Shot Dragonite. I think I'm probably faster now. And I'll just use Weather Ball into Basculegion, just to get some chip damage on it. Gunk Shot does move first, thankfully. Goodbye, Dragonite. Okay, Frogs are doing their thing. With no Reflect up, this is gonna hurt me with Last Respects, especially because I just got another knockout. But that's huge damage. Politoed, what the heck? That was a crit, right? Yeah, okay. Calm down, bro. You know, with all that damage, I'm not too upset if this goes down here. Yeah, okay, it does. I'm pretty sure I would have lived if the Dragonite hadn't gone down there, so this is cool. And their last is going to be what? Frostlass? Sableye can't do anything against that. Oh, it's Sneasler. You know, I don't mind that, really. This is going to be Fake Out Venusaur. Last Respects Politoed. Politoed doesn't have Protect, so I have to lose a Pokemon this turn. But Politoed is faster than Basculegion. So actually, I'm going to Giga Drain and Weather Ball this Basculegion. Try to take it out before it moves. What could I fear? Sneasler... Sneasler gets some Dire Claw hacks. I mean, because of the crit Weather Ball from before, it might be in Weather Ball range here, is why I'm going for this. Yeah, they fake out the Venusaur. But I already know I'm faster. If this gets the KO, which I think it might. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And your Sneasler is not a Toxicroak, so I can hit it with water moves. Good luck. Yeah, and they forfeit. They know it's over. Let's go Frogs, and every Frog did something. Venusaur just took a fake out, but that's something. It was the threat. Alright, we're fighting the Gringus. Oh, they've got a Garchomp, a Charizard, a Venusaur, a Farigiraf, a Corviknight, and a Sneasler. So they got Sun, we got Rain. We're going to have to play those games. Dry Skin is not an asset here. Toxicroak, they have a way to block Fake Out. They have a Corviknight that walls us. They've got Venusaur we can't do much damage to. They got Charizard that blows us away, and they got Garchomp we're weak to. Okay, Toxicroak is not the play. Unfortunate. But Politoed probably is. Whatever their answers to Archaludon are, we gotta remove as soon as possible. That would be what, Garchomp? I guess. I love Sableye with Rain Dance. That's massive. We're using that for sure. Maybe with Mega Venusaur. Yeah, and then have Arch and Politoed in the back. Dragonite seems fine. Except it's walled by Corviknight. But so is Venusaur. I'm gonna go with this. Dragonite's problem is that the Garchomp could take us out, potentially. Especially if they have, like, Farigiraf to block any Will-O-Wisp shenanigans or a Lumberry on that thing. Garchomp, Sneasler. Okay. They might want to fake out my Venusaur. I might benefit from keeping Chlorophyll. I don't think it's important enough. I'm going to go straight for Willow into Chomp and just Mega Protect. Because the Sneasler cannot... Yeah, I'm wondering if I might want to just get my Thick Fat up now, or if I wanted to hold Chlorophyll for later. But I feel like I might be swapping Venusaur out if something like happened on this turn. But it doesn't seem like they're doing anything that particularly threatens my Venusaur. So I will be keeping it in next turn, most likely. Yeah, Fake Out is exactly where I expected it to be. Sableye's pretty safe from Sneasler. Sneaslers can't usually touch a Sableye. And now if this Garchomp isn't Lumberry, yeah, it's not doing much damage either. Perfect. That was a lot more damage than I expected, if I'm being honest. How is my Sableye trained? Okay, not much physical defense. Fine. I don't mind Will-O-Wisp into Sneasler now. And just drain some health from Garchomp. Surely they hit my Venusaur now. Dire Claw plus, I don't know, Rock Slide? Sneasler actually swaps. Okay, so I burn the Charizard, fine. You're not going to be able to take out my Gremlin here, so I'm going to be able to put Rain up. Yeah, just another stomping into Gremlin makes perfect sense. Whew, good damage. Rain time. And then, do I need damage into Charizard more? Not really too concerned about a burned Garchomp. Gremlin's probably going down sooner or later, though. Let's Rain Dance and just Sludge Bomb the Charizard. I think that's fine. Good, they go for the Mega. I was wondering if they were going to try to hold it, maybe even protect this turn. You protect this turn, I waste my turn Rain Dancing and Sludge Bombing, you get another Stomping Tantrum off. The fact that you're spamming Stomping Tantrum makes me think you're choiced, honestly. Just another one. Yeah, because these could be Earthquakes or Rock Slides. Oh, damaging my Venusaur? Who cares? Venusaur can take it. And that means I get more Sableye action. Poison? Nah. Okay. Alright, here's the play here. They need to get Charizard off the field. So someone's getting Will-O-Wisped. Will-O-Wisp into Charizard. And I will just Giga Drain the Garchomp. I want to get some health back. Yep, Sneasler. Show me Sneasler. Nice. Very nice. And I'm cool with this. I'd probably lose Sableye here if I had to guess. But I still have Politoed in the backpack, which is great. So I can set Rain again. That just means I don't bring Politoed in right now. Unless they bring in Charizard? No, because like I don't know what they bring in because we both went down at the same time. I'm not going to call that they bring in Charizard, even though they could. So I can bring in Arch. We can double protect the Fake Out turn. Yeah. Okay. Frog time. Oh, hi Charizard. So I could have just gone straight to Politoed. Assuming our Politoed is slower, which I think it has to be. Alright, but we can just double protect this turn. They don't really likely have any setup. Yeah, I don't think there's much I need to fear here other than them positioning. Like, they could hard swap Charizard out here. But Then I don't even need the Politoed on the field, honestly. Alright, what you got? Fake out Venusaur Heatwave is my guess. Close combat, straight out. Okay. And Heatwave. Sure, fine, cool, whatever. Any Electroshot immunities left? You still potentially have Venusaur in the back. I think I want to go Electroshot Zard and bring in Politoed. Is it possible you have Corviknight last? I want to go with the Electroshot play. Mostly just because if Zard is gone and they don't have Corviknight, Venusaur wins. If they do have Corviknight, Politoed is okay into Corviknight, honestly. Alright, they rip close combat. It's only half of close combat, though, so it doesn't do too much damage. Our stamina plus leftovers will get us out of range of the next one, most likely. They got the speed up. Fine. Heat Wave connects, unfortunate. Because now we might have to protect to get out of range of close combat. Especially if they have something that can double up. Burn, if it's on Politoed only, isn't the end of the world. I'll take it. Would have preferred you to miss one of those. Like, you can hit Politoed, you can crit Politoed, you can burn Politoed. Just, if I hadn't got hit on Arch, I would be sitting so pretty. So what's it going to be? It's going to be Corviknight? If it's Corviknight, I don't really need Venusaur. I need Arch. In which case I could even protect Arch from a close combat. Try to take out this Sneasler with Politoed. Oh, it's their own Venusaur. Gonna have to find out if they have... Oh, my Venusaur should win this, which is great. I'm just gonna protect for some healing, and I'm gonna try to get an Icy Wind off. Or would it be better to try to make this a 1v1? The Venusaur is most likely faster. If they just go after my Frog here, I might lose it. Do I want to try to get speed against their Venusaur, or do I want to try to take out Sneasler more? It's a hard choice. I'm going to go with Weather Ball into Sneasler. Dire Claw shenanigans against my Venusaur is probably their best chance of winning. Did they double Frog here? That's a smart play if you did. Yeah, okay. Well played. Now a big question is, do you have Earth Power on your Venusaur? Because if you have Earth Power, you can take out my Arch, and that was just a good call there. I'm going to go ahead and Electroshot the Sneasler if Arch is able to do anything here. And Sludge Bomb their Venusaur, because our Venusaur is not going to really take much damage from their Sneasler. If I can get a 2-shot with Sludge Bomb, that'd be fantastic. Close combat is not going to be enough. I don't think you would have needed close combat if you had Earth Power, though. Is it Sleep Powder? Oh, we're faster than your Venusaur. Why are we faster than your Venusaur? We're not that fast. Well, okay. Goodbye, Sneasler. Because you have a -1 special defense. Yeah, alright, that's out of the way. That's awesome. Does that mean our Venusaur is faster than yours? No. But that doesn't matter because we're going to get a hit with Arch. And this Sludge Bomb is not a 2-hit KO, actually. That's super interesting. Maybe they're a Mega. What else was on their team that could Mega Evolve? I don't think it was the Garchomp. So yeah, this is probably a Mega Venusaur backup mode. Cool. GG. We've defeated the Gringus. With Frogs. Alright, we're gonna fight Trainer now. Oh, I've heard of Trainer. Trainer's tough. Okay. Can we do anything with frogs here? Actually, we're required to do something with frogs, because we can only bring... We have to bring 4 Pokemon. We can't not bring a frog. Corviknight walls both of our Megas. We need to have Arch to handle it. At least Politoed. They have weather control, so Sableye is great. Will-O-Wisp neuters 2 of their Mons. Light Screen is okay. Into Rotom, I guess. Light Screen's not that great, but having weather control is good. Toxicroak is iffy because, like, it's pretty good into a few of those. Really bad into Corviknight. Alright, what are their main threats to Arch? Sneasler? I mean, Sableye could take care of that, right? So let's just go Sableye, something, Politoed, Arch. Oh, is it one of my Megas? Not loving Mega Dragonite here, really. Fake Out lead doesn't really mean much to me when I'm likely the slower Fake Out. I think it's probably Venusaur. Venusaur, Politoed, Arch. Yeah, because we can put Venusaur on the field. And they might ignore it, being like, oh, I have Corviknight to take out the Venusaur in the endgame. Corviknight always wins against Venusaur in the endgame. And then Venusaur can do just a ton of damage to the rest of their team and open a hole for Archaludon. Sinistcha Tyranitar. Not exactly what I wanted to see, but not the end of the world. I'm kind of leaning go into Arch here and just start Giga Draining down this Tyranitar. Like, what are you going to do? This is one problem with having Will-O-Wisp instead of Reflect, is I can't really do anything against that Tyranitar. But Rain Dance, even if it Mega Evolves, will lower its special defense. Because there will be no sand defending it. And my Venusaur cannot be redirected by Rage Powder. And they swap out the Tyranitar into Sneasler. Okay, so you get a free Matcha Gotcha? And I get a thing I can burn. Alright, you take Weather Control as well. Because you got the Tyranitar in the back now. 25% with Giga Drain is more than I could ask for, really. And it is Matcha Gotcha. Alright, Light Screen would have been better here. Well... Oh, Burn on Venusaur is bad. We don't get to stick around nearly as long with that going on. Alright, let's... if you heard a crash, that's my cat just fell out of her tower. She's only got 3 legs, so she's a little clumsy. Let's burn this Sneasler. And if you Fake Out, you Fake Out. I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb into Sinistcha. Start chipping that down. Hopefully I can get a Poison. And if not, I mean, Sludge Bomb's still good damage, right? Venusaur probably can't carry, but that was never the plan. Like, because of the burn, and we're going to be taking sand damage eventually. We'll probably get faked out here. A burn on the Sneasler would open up Archaludon a lot, though. Ah, and they protect. Okay. Now you know I have Will-O-Wisp. You were probably curious about that because of the not setting Reflect right away. Yeah, you're certainly doing some damage with that thing, though. Not a fan, if I'm being honest. Alright, if I bring in Arch here, I can get a defense boost off of that Matcha Gotcha. And, what, do you bring in Tyranitar again to be immune to the Will-O-Wisp? I don't know if, do I try to call that, or do I just try to put more pressure on the Sneasler? I think Earth Power pressure is pretty reasonable. can do a ton of damage to Sneasler or chip the Tyranitar if it comes in, which it is. Okay. And now I have Arch on the field while there is not a Sneasler to worry about. And Earth Power is going to do something. Like, that's good damage. And a special defense drop. You're in Giga Drain range, dog. You better watch out. Just please don't burn my Arch. That would be so annoying. Oh my gosh! Okay. Arch has no way to heal now. Nothing on this team can heal it. But at least it doesn't take sand damage, so it's just staying wherever it's at. And Venusaur's threatening pretty good damage here into Tyranitar. I think it's got to be Earth Power, just so Sneasler can't come in for free on a Giga Drain, even though I really want the health back. Dragon Pulse is stronger. Flash Cannon has a 10% chance to drop a stat. I'm going to go Dragon Pulse into Sinistcha here and launch another Earth Power into Tyranitar. Yeah, you Mega Evolve, that would cover for the Politoed swap in play. I was aware of that potential. You probably live the Earth Power now with that, so maybe it should have been a Giga Drain. Maybe you just don't expect me to be able to ignore Rage Powder. Yeah, that's Dragon Dance. Okay. That was something you could do. Not the thing you should do, but something you could do. Yeah, with +1 defense on Arch, I don't think I'm really that worried. Venusaur likely goes down soon. Do I just go out to Politoed? I might need Politoed. Do I just count on Arch to win the rest of this game? I think I want to go Electro Shot Tyranitar, bring in Politoed here. That's what I'm leaning toward. Because Venusaur could definitely go down to a Rock Slide here, I think. But Arch wouldn't even care. Okay, it's another Rage Powder. And knock off into... Ooh, bye Politoed. Yikes. Alright, so they were taking care of Venusaur there. That was some damage right there. Oh my goodness. Alright, we got our special attack boost. We got rid of Sinistcha. Tyranitar is now extremely vulnerable. But, they'll have a Fake Out turn. Which they would never send at Arch, but they could double Arch. Yeah, if Sneasler comes back in, I actually want to use Sableye. Then I can threaten a burn there and just finish off Tyranitar with Arch. How does this go wrong? You Fake Out into Arch. Could be an issue. I'm going Electro Shot and Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to my guns. If you Fake Out Arch, I get another defense boost, and then your Tyranitar can barely damage me. I'm hoping this is the right play. Best play for them would be like, what, Protect and try to knock off Arch? But then you lose Tyranitar, which is good for me. Knock off Sableye? Yeah, I'll take your Tyranitar, sure. Sure. Maybe they were calling Protect Will-O-Wisp, which would have been somewhat reasonable. But would have been a problem if this happens, you know. Here's the game where Reflect would actually be a lot better than Will-O-Wisp. Sometimes Will-O-Wisp is better than Reflect. If I had just clicked Giga Drain instead of Earth Power into that Tyranitar, that thing never would have got out of hand and we'd never be in this position. Who is the last, though? Rotom. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's really good. I never got Light Screen up, but that's good. Plenty of rain left. No point installing that out to weaken the Rotom. You just protected Sneasler. I'm going to go Electro Shot Sneasler. Giga Drain Rotom. Ball's in your court, dog. Dire Claw. Doesn't take out Venusaur. We are already statused, so you're not going to be able to get any trickery there. Arch is faster than Rotom, which is fantastic. And we've got enough Electroshock boost. This should KO from 75. Yeah, definitely. Even though Sneasler's special defense isn't bad. And then it's Hydro Pump doubling into Venusaur. Fine. The fact that our Arch is faster and has all these crazy boosts. Yeah. We're set. Because we got 1 Electro Shot, 2 Electro Shot, 3 Electro Shot? We're about to be +4, I think, but they're just going to forfeit, so we're not going to be able to check. Tell me in the comments how many it was. I wasn't counting, but you can go back and count. I just can't go back and count right now. Ooh, they have a frog. Okay, they know what's up. This is a good player right here. I got to put some respect on this smiley face. All right, Gengar and Frostlass could both be Megas. Incineroar... I don't know if Incineroar shows up to this one, if I'm being honest. Sinistcha totally could, though, which makes me lean a little bit toward Dragonite. Archaludon. What are my answers to Arch? Have the better Arch is one option. And we do have Earth Power Venusaur, so as long as we don't get them set up, as long as we don't let them get set up too much, we should be okay. If they're going for a Perish angle, my answers to that would be... What would my answers to that be? Sableye can swap out, so I could get like free screens if I want it. That's not the worst. Don't have any pivot moves, really. But Politoed can threaten pretty decent damage across the board. Don't want to put Venusaur in right away, that's for sure. Dragonite can also threaten big damage very fast. Dragonite or Politoed? I'm going to go with Dragonite. Politoed. Archaludon. Yeah, if I've got rain, there's definitely going to be rain. Late game Arch to clean up might be the play here. And then, I mean, if they go the Frostlass angle against my team, Dragonite's kind of scared, but I could set rain immediately or even light screen. Oh, it looks like it is going to be a snow angle. Okay. Gotcha. I see. It's not the end of the world, really. Light screen is a no-brainer. I think I'll just protect Dragonite this turn. See what they're going to do, because if I can delay setting my rain for a turn... Yeah, because they're going to set snow here. And I get that their Archaludon likes the rain, but if I can turn off the accuracy of their blizzards, I feel like that could help. There's no way a double up into Sableye takes me out through light screen, right? Unless you're like... Archaludon gets a lot of weird abilities, but it doesn't get Infiltrator. Yeah, Blizzard, obviously. Thank you for not setting Aurora Veil. I was a little worried about that. And double up into Sableye, because why not? Cool. Now you double the Dragonite, so I get one big hit. And I think I would like that to be Rain Dance, Mega to live the Blizzard if it does connect. put a Draco into their Archaludon. Frostlass in the rain isn't really a threat to anything I have other than this Dragonite. And there's like a 70% chance they just doubled into my Dragonite here and connected the Blizzard, and I lose Dragonite, so I don't really have to worry about Frostlass after this turn, right? That's what I'm thinking. They try to Aurora Veil? Oh, that's so good. We're going to get to keep our Dragonite is what that means. Alright, here's some big damage into their Arch. About 60%. I was hoping for more, honestly. And just Flash Cannon? They didn't even hit our Dragonite. Would Frostlass swap out here? And who would they swap to? There's not really any good Will-O-Wisp or Foul Play targets. I think I might just burn the Arch to cancel out its leftovers. And I've got Light Screen up, so maybe my Arch should come in here and just preserve my Dragonite for later. It's not the worst idea. Keep Politoed in the back so I can set Rain again later. Yeah, Frostlass is out of here. I was thinking about like trying to call that and burning something coming in, but there was like see, who cares about burning Sinistcha? And yeah, they heal up their Archaludon a little bit, but they haven't really started electro-shotting. I assume they do this turn, maybe. But canceling out some of their healing would be nice. So let's do that. And there's Electro Shot. Were you trying to break the multi-scale on Dragonite or take out Sableye? Because if you take out Sableye, that's free swap for me. I don't hate that. Who's this into? Okay, Sableye, you did great. Now let's use Dragonite to threaten this Sinistcha. And start wailing on their Arch, I guess. I guess they could bring in Frostlass now? But I'm happy to go Hurricane into Sinistcha anyway. And what, start just chipping it down with Dragon Pulse? That doesn't sound bad. I don't want to risk Electro-Shotting here. I don't think I need the boosts too badly. Yeah, it is Frostlass. Okay, so I think I made the right call on that move. Now, does Hurricane connect? Because getting extra damage into Frostlass, yes, that's perfect. Whew, that's a lot of damage. And I got the confusion. Whose Arch is faster? Ours is. That's awesome. And they Dragon Pulse us. Alright, there's no way a Blizzard can take out my Arch from here. But their Arch is in Draco range, even if they bring in Sinistcha. So I think we just eat the Blizzard to the face. Use Multiscale to live it, right? We can live that, right? We still have Light Screen for one more turn, so yeah, we can live it. Draco the Arch. Flash Cannon the Frostlass. And if you get a crit or a freeze with Blizzard, you win. Okay, bye Frostlass. This is gonna be what, Protect Arch then? Because we did what, 60% with our first Draco Meteor? So they're, yeah, protecting Arch. Some damage into Sinistcha is nice. I'm kind of leaning toward just rip a raw Hurricane into that Sinistcha again, right? Like, I could also bring in Politoed and do it, but then I lose the Weather War, kinda. I think I'm happy with Hurricane. And keep trying to Dragon Pulse their Arch. Like, the only way you prevent that is Rage Powder and dodge Hurricane. Which you can go for, that's reasonable. I might miss this. I don't, so goodbye. Your healing is done. Cool. That Sinistcha was annoying. Would have been a lot worse if we were the slower Arch, but thankfully we're not. Alright, getting good damage down on that thing. Now you're gonna break my multi-scale so Frostlass can clear... No, you're not. Whew, that did some damage, though. That light screen was really putting in work. Alright, Frostlass, I'm guessing. Hello, Frostlass. Pulling up the calc just to be 100% sure. Yeah, Blizzard will never KO a Mega Dragonite. So we should be set there. But what do I click? I'm kind of thinking it's Hurricane the Frostlass, bring in Politoed? That gives the Blizzard a chance to just completely miss, and then Dragonite can just get carried away with the game. Plus then we don't have to lose Arch this turn. Alright, Blizzard does double connect. Doesn't take out Dragonite. Doesn't crit Dragonite. Doesn't freeze Dragonite. There we go. Okay. That's the one that really mattered. We take Weather Control. There's no way they Electro Shot this turn. That would be insane. Just Dragon Pulse to finish off our Dragonite. Makes sense. We now have Politoed Archaludon. But our Arch is very low on health. Low on health, but faster than theirs. So who do I think they have last? Incineroar could be a little awkward just because Politoed doesn't have Protect. Ooh, that's a little awkward because Politoed doesn't have Protect. I rip Dragon Pulse into Arch. What do? You fake out my Archaludon and Electroshot my Politoed? I don't think fake out is enough damage for me to really care. I think I need to double into their Arch just in case they go fake out into Toad or double into Arch to take it out. Because then Politoed can win against Incineroar in the endgame, presumably. Alright, they do fake out Arch. Do they go for Electroshot, though, is the question. They're already at +1. Ooh, they're slower than Politoed! Goodbye, Archaludon! Let's go, Politoed! Frog power. Oh, yeah. Dang, SCRAAH, how much speed you put in this frog? Yeah, game over. GG. Let's go. Alright, and we're back. Frogs going undefeated. Thank you very much, SCRAAH, for making this team. And you, if you think Archaludon is a frog, leave a like on this video. If you don't think he's a frog, comment in the descriptions below why he's not. Because I think he's kind of a frog after this team. He fits so perfectly, he must be a frog. Or maybe a toad. They're the same thing in my book. But anyways, I'm Jordy. And, alright, peace.